How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Investing with Zeke. Please like and subscribe. So, we're going to talk a little bit about Tesla today. Listened to the conference call a couple of times, and it was terrible. I got to be honest. If I had to grade it, it'd be an F. Actually, if I owned Tesla stock after listening to that conference call, I would have sold it immediately. So we're going to get off into it. I wasn't really worried about the numbers. I think they hit on revenue. They missed on EPS. What really surprised me was the margin was at 7.5%. That's a big drop. That's like a 10% drop. It was sitting at like 18%. So, and that's what made this company, stand out head and shoulders above all the other EV energy companies. This is why I was looking at Tesla, and this is why I was paying attention to this call. And I wanted to hear what he had to say. And he let me know everything I kind of wanted to know. There was a few positives. They only knew Brandon about 100 years. He's probably right. A lot of the big legacy automakers swallowed up like Mazda, and I don't know, maybe Subaru might be new, but I'm not even sure. Maybe it's not. He believes he also has the best AI team on earth, and I guess if you talk about FSD, then yes, Tesla's the only one doing it head and shoulders above everybody else anyway. I think Mercedes is coming. But as of now, you could say that in the car space and maybe a little outside the car space, I still like Palantir. They're still cash flow positive. That's surprising. The growth is a little, I think we're sitting at 5% growth. It's terrible. And I was mad at Palantir. Maybe I shouldn't be as mad. But we are in a recession type atmosphere, high interest rates, which he definitely talks about quite a bit. It really upsets him that we have high interest. And that's why it's making him panic and drop the price of his car. However, nobody knows that because he doesn't advertise. I asked my wife, I was like, hey, would you ever get a Tesla? She's like, no. And I'm like, why? And she's like, well, there's no room in it. They're really expensive. And, it's just not logical because of the electricity and stuff. Well, the thing is she's, probably right on it's not big enough to carry around a family of 4. I would probably give her that. But they are pretty roomy in a Tesla. And, it actually makes perfect sense to go after the SUV, van, soccer mom. I don't know what he's doing. He thinks he's going to break into the Jeep groups and the Toyota groups with his Tesla truck, and it's hideous. I think he has 5 of them made, and I've seen them, and they don't even really look logical. They look massive on the inside. I don't. You know what? I think there's something wrong with him because he did even say that the Tesla truck dug his grave. Now, that isn't going to stop his crazy ass from making them and try to push them on everybody, but that's what he's going to do. I just think he's just missing out on a massive market. If he would just advertise. People don't know that there's cheap Teslas out there. People don't know how roomy they are. People don't know about the safety features and how great they are for families that just drive around town. But you know what? You keep doing you, Tesla. It doesn't matter because your share base, your stocks, it just goes crazy. You're a $700 billion company. You're pushing on a $1 trillion company, and honestly, you don't deserve it. And even having Elon as your CEO doesn't deserve it. He might even hurt your chances, really. He was really angry about the work from home crowd. I don't know why that makes him mad. Probably because you can do everything that he wants you to do at home. And I don't think he has a home. So he just sleeps at work. So he's just pissed off that nobody else is there. Either way, I don't think you'd want to work for Elon. I just don't. I'd rather work for Palantir any day of the week. Google, Meta, any one of those. I just don't get it. I don't get it. So they tried to corner him on when he was going to do when the Cybertruck was going to start getting mass produced. He was like, he's not sure about this year. He's not sure about next year, but maybe 2025. That's what he said. I'm not even kidding. And the way he was talking, it was like one word answers. It was so aggravating. It was almost like listening to Stockmo or something. They would ask him a question and he'd be like, amazing robots. And then you have to put it together. Like it was weird, strange. He's not sure about the growth. He actually backpedaled on his growth. He's always like 50% all the time, 100%. Now he's like, hey guys, we can't grow 50% forever. Like, what are you guys, stupid? Well, yeah, they fucking are. Because they're buying Tesla and Bitcoins at $30,000. So, yes, Elon, they are. And I think he's even said that before. But anyway, they tried to corner him again on the robo-taxi. And, this is what he said about that. He said robo-taxi is the right move. He then started talking about robots and how exciting they were. And not only that, but the robots are going to make robots. And not only that, we are going to find a place for humans to fit in with the robots making robots. I mean, and we continue to go on about the robots for quite some time. A company called like Aerodynamics or something made a really good robot. Like it does flips, it carries guns, it shoots things, like phenomenal. Well, Elon brought that up and he was like, well, they don't have a brain. Ours has a brain. By the way, the only thing his robot did was this. This is all he did. That's all his robot could do. And the other robot that was dancing on the stage was actually a guy wearing sweatpants and a hoodie. So I don't know what he's talking about, but he tried to put down that Aerodynamics company. I'm probably not saying it right, or Boston Dynamics. Phenomenal company. I should look into their ticker. That's what I really should do. But if I was interested in robots, which I'm completely not, and then he goes ahead and says, well, there's going to be a kill switch in the robots, duh. So they're like, you know what, fine, Elon, you want to fucking talk about robots? Let's talk about robots. So they're like, so when are the robots going to start happening, Elon? And he's like, well, I don't have any details on the robot, but it should be able to do ballet dancing, and where Boston Dynamics can't do ballet dancing and Pilates. That's what he said. I shit you not. This was the conference call. And okay, so then they're like, fine, Elon, I guess we'll get off that. Let's talk about FSD. He likes to talk about his AI. He loves to talk about his FSD. Fine, are we going to make money there, Elon? Can you just... Where the fuck is the money going to come? When are we going to get some money, Elon? How about the FSD? I mean, shit, you just charge people monthly for it. You know what he says? Well, I'm going to cut the prices on FSD. That way everybody has it. And they can't even expand into other countries. They asked, well, can you expand into other countries? First of all, they were like, well, wait a minute. I mean, if your FSD is getting better, then why aren't you going to charge more for it? And that was his response. Well, I want everybody to have it. So another slap to the shareholders' face, again, in my opinion. There's no reason to cut the prices on the vehicle and then also cut the prices on FSD. So there's something weird there. So they were like, well, if we expand into other countries, at least we can make money there. Elon, can we do that? No, they can't do it. Because that's not how it works. They'd have to scan the area. They'd have to get approval, permits, all of that. So pretty much if we're ever going to have this robo-taxi, that, by the way, Kathy Wood was so excited about. She said, Kathy Wood, fund manager at ARK, says that Tesla's going to be like a 10, 15 trillion dollar evaluation. Meanwhile, she's selling the stock the whole way, all the way through earnings, not even considering buying back. So that is telling you where Tesla is. And honestly, it's not that I don't want to own Tesla in my portfolio, because I do. It's just I can't do it. That was the worst conference call I've ever heard. And I actually thought he was kind of a genius. I really did, but I'm honestly starting to see the BS, guys. I know, this will be probably the last Tesla conference call I cover, because I'm going to go ahead and mark this on. I'm not interested unless it hits $100. And that's where I bought it before. And that's where I'd buy it again. It is what it is, and yeah. So that's my review on the Tesla earnings. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.